Hi, my ASP peeps, and welcome to another episode of Conversations in Focus, where we get to know the wonderful members of the American Society of Photographers. I'm Marisa Balletti-Lavoie. I have a fabulous guest with me today, Renee Costa Gage, Renee C. Gage, and I can't wait for her to talk and shine her beautiful energy, and you guys get to know her a bit more. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Marissa. I'm so happy to be here. You always make everybody feel so good and happy.
Oh, thank you. You do as well. You are definitely a positive, happy, magical person. I'm happy. I love knowing you. So
Oh,
tell
thank
us
you.
about yourself, your name, where you're located, and your PPA creds.
Yes, my name is Renee Costa Gage, and I happily reside in Alexandria, Virginia, right outside of our nation's capital. And I received my Master of Photography in 2015 and received my Craftsman. And after that, and I've been a member of ASP the minute I received my master's. I was just so excited and in awe of everything the American Society of Photographers was doing, and just couldn't believe I was invited to be part of such a really amazing group.
So you joined the ASP in 2015.
Yes, the year I
Woo.
got my master's, my husband and
Woo.
I went to the gala that night. I know, and I just walked into the room and I felt so overwhelmed by all the amazing photographers and talent. And you kind of have one of those moments where you're like, why am I getting to stand in here with these people? And it was just really neat to stand back and watch everybody interact and share and look at the imagery. And it was just really, it was really magical. It was really neat and inspiring. And I was in awe, and I
That
still am.
that gala room is something else. Every year still, it's awe-inspiring to see the collection of talent and photographers in the same room. And since you joined us, or you were there before me, Renee is a governor. Hello, governor.
Hello. Yes, I'm also an ASP Governor and currently the chair of the Ambassador Committee, which is very near and dear to my heart. So,
And what does the ambassador committee do for our peeps that don't know?
the Ambassador Committee is, well, it's amazing because it's such a neat way for all of our first time degree recipients to feel welcomed into the American Society of Photographers. And we want to bring everyone in to understand all the amazing things we're doing, all the great people that are a part of the American Society of Photographers. ASP really spreads its wings across so many different just portals of ways to learn and share and engage. And it's really beautiful when you have an opportunity to be the person that worked with others to bring that to life.
You do wonderful things with the ambassadors, and you were the first person that reached out to me. My
Oh,
first name that I ever saw come through from the ASP. So I love you, Renee, and everything that you
oh,
do to welcome our new members, especially during the big imaging shindig we have coming up in Texas. You definitely put on a show at our booth, and tell our peeps what new members can come pick up at our booth.
yes, when we can pick up, when you get to the booth, we love to present all of our first time degree recipients with a BOA. And this started years ago. Well, maybe was it like 3 years ago? I think it started. And we really wanted people. Well, it started out as actually the ambassador team wore them so that people knew they could find us to ask those questions. Because one of the really important and big things with the ambassadors is that we want to be a resource. We want to help you as a first time degree recipient find your best place in ASP. Because as soon as you get a degree, some people are like, yay, I achieved this amazing milestone, which you have. But in turn, you get to be new all over again. And it's really beautiful for that to happen. Um,
It's a celebration of our new
It is a
members.
celebration. So you get
It
to
is.
come to the booth and we present you with a BOA, and then you get to wear the BOA as a first time degree recipient. And um,
Get
and
them
so
all
it's really
love.
amazing. And then you get to walk around imaging all day all week with this boa on. So everyone knows, and it's great. Everyone comes up to you and congratulates you, and you get to feel extra special because it's really important to do that and celebrate your
Absolutely.
accomplishment.
You are the best ambassador that we have, especially for our new members. And so many people that will watch this, I'm sure, have been welcomed by you and your ambassadors. And it's just great that you give everybody like a warm hug welcome. What is your current favorite genre of photography and what draws you to it?
Right now, I'm really intrigued by classic portraiture with a modern twist. I really love bringing like a simple yet whimsical space to portraits, and I think there's a really important part of capturing um, a classic portrait and really looking into the soul of our subjects, and especially children for me. But I really love bringing that into a new space with a modern edge. And so sometimes simplifying things, thinking about things in black and white, using light to really highlight their eyes and almost their inner soul from the inside out that projects. And so when you see that portrait, you do feel like you're just looking into the soul of really I'm focusing on children, so of those children. So finding a new space in our society and in our space that we all live in to capture those moments for me of the children that you see. So when your children are older, you get to close your eyes and you just can like imagine and hear them when they were little. So that's really where I'm focusing right now. It's really exciting.
Hey.
And I have a new studio, so it's something that I'm able to engage with and do there, which is something that I haven't been able to do really before we opened our new space.
I feel like you are somewhat of an expert on children as well. How many children
Well,
do you currently have, Renee?
we have 5 boys, and yeah, it's really exciting. They're really fun, and all their personalities are so different. So our youngest son is 6, and they go all the way up to 20. So it's really neat to see.
Wow, so much fun. And I met
They're
your husband at the gala. You went to escort someone back and he ended up standing next to me. And he's a total dreamboat. Good job. And you guys are so sweet together.
Oh, thank you. Yep. We just celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary. So it's so
Oh,
fun. I
happy
know.
anniversary. That's so
Thank
beautiful.
you.
20 to 6. Good job, girl. Proud of you.
Thanks. It keeps life interesting. And you know what? Actually, it's really great for perspective. It's great reminder in life, the things that are important and where you need to keep, for me personally, like where I want to keep my balance and how I want to choose to spend my time, if that's my personal time or the time I want to focus on my business. And that perspective leans over to what you see through your camera and your lens, and that through line of seeing something through the eyes of my kindergartner and then my college age son looking at the same thing and like what does he see. And so I want to keep that alive in my photography like everybody does, and so it's neat to have them right here in front of me to get to see that.
That's
So
so beautiful.
you.
You're very thoughtful and eloquent, and I love it.
Oh, I love you too. I love
What
it.
first inspired you to be a photographer, and how has your creative journey evolved since then?
I have always been drawn to photography. I remember my dad used to take pictures when we were little with his film camera, and I was always intrigued by um, watching like when he would pick up the pictures and looking. And I remember seeing pictures. Now I know that he was shooting with a wide open aperture, but I was always so intrigued when the background was always blurred out how he did that, and our eyes would pop. And in college, my roommate did a lot of black and white darkroom printing, and that really inspired me. And so I started taking classes and spending hours upon hours in the darkroom. And it was just the magic of seeing all of that come through was really amazing and special. So that is where I feel like I really fell in love with photography, was right there from the beginning in college. Well, being little and then getting to explore it in college. And then just studied and had apprenticeships and was able to start my own business and work with PPA and get to ASP, and then been inspired by all these great photographers.
That's fantastic. I like that your father had a film camera and that's kind of where the love started, and that you worked in a dark room. You've
Oh
seen
yeah,
so
so
many
fun.
aspects of photography.
I would spend hours. I don't even know where the time would go. It just zipped away. It was neat. My mom gave me, I have like some of her, an old camera of hers, and I was just always intrigued by all of it.
That's fantastic. I don't think a lot of photographers have that. I did work in film, but I never did anything like with developing it. I was just sent it off to where
Oh, it's so magical. If you ever have time, someday I would love to go back into a space where I could solely, just be printing and be in a dark room.
Oh,
And
that's so
I don't
cool.
think that time is now, but someone once told me you can do everything you want in life, just not all at the same time. So I think
Oh,
someday maybe that'll present itself that I'll have access to a dark room again.
that's great advice. I love that. And I was watching something the other day and she went back to school for her master's at 51 and I think that's very inspiring
Oh
and
my gosh, I love that. We read an obituary once and it said at 97, this gentleman passed away, and his recent interests included tap dancing.
oh,
And I was like, I want to be 97 and learn how to tap dance. Like, just do it when it
yeah,
works.
just take up tap dancing almost 100. That's
I
beautiful.
know. I think it's great. I do think it's
Goals. It is.
life goals.
Life goals. What is the most rewarding aspect of being an ASP member?
That is so easy for me to answer. The people. It is for me all about the people. And I love that you walk into ASP and immediately feel welcomed and you feel surrounded by people who are excited to be there. It's like being at school and being around a bunch of people that want to learn and want to share when you're little, and how that inspires you in a different way than being in a place where you really want to learn and share, but everybody else isn't as interested. ASP is just full of people who are genuine. They are good people. They are your friends. You don't even know it yet. Like one of your best friends is just like waiting out there to meet you. And ASP is really amazing because it's talented and kind of a group of people that already exists in ASP, and humble. I should say humble. The ASP members are so humble. Their ability to create and share and be good humans is just unbelievable. But we want to learn from, that's what I found. They want to learn from everybody. Just because someone has been there, been a member for a long time, we are so excited to see. And so the people across the board, it's always the people with me. That is always a through line for me, is just like the love and grace that people give each other, the encouragement, the being like so excited when somebody is working towards their fellowship, being so happy when new members arrive, and just being so curious about what everybody brings to the table, and that nobody is a carbon copy of each other, and everyone wants you to be who you are and bring your talents and what comes from your heart for what you see. And I don't know how many places there are. My husband always says we're so lucky. He's like, you're so lucky you're in an industry where everybody raises you up. Like they're there for you to be like, we always say to our kids, like, just we want you to be the best versions of yourself. We want you to grow into who you're supposed to be. And I feel like in photography, ASP gives you that opportunity to do that. And, it's a growing process. And if you're not growing, then you're not really, I guess, living. So it's the people. So
Beautiful. Thank you. That's the truth. ASP is the most wonderful network of supportive artists, the most talented that I've ever seen, and they're just so willing to share and help each other.
it's beautiful. It is such
Beautiful.
a gift.
It's beautiful. And then when we meet them in real life, like you said at imaging, there's your new best friends. And it's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Renee. Are there
Oh, thank you. You're amazing. You make everyone feel so comfortable and happy.
You're amazing, and thank you. I try. Do you have any current projects or exciting work that you're pursuing that you'd like to share with our ASP members?
Yes, actually. So my husband was in the Navy for 26 years and we moved all over the country. And when we lived in Texas, I started from inspired by another photographer friend, a portrait project called the Seashore Portrait Project at our charter school in North Padre Island, Texas. And we started 10 years ago. And every year we would go in and I we moved after 3 years of this project. And so last year, after going back for 7 years and doing this project for 10 years, we raised $100,000. This is
Woo.
crazy. I know that the school got in hand after covering the expenses of the project.
Wow.
And this little charter schools are funded at just a lower rate than public schools. And so we were able to help build part of a new school and help these kids. And my kids only went to school there for 3 years, but there's other military kids that are coming through there that will benefit. And so it's really neat to be in a space that you can do something that benefits somebody else coming
Wow.
along. So
Amazing.
celebrating 10 years and $100,000 raised with this group of people. These volunteers are amazing. I get to fly in now and take like 300 photos in 2 days, and they, get everything together and take care of all the behind the scenes work. So it's really fun and exciting. So that's one thing that's been really wonderful. And then my husband just retired. And so military families and children are just so special to me. Those are two of the things where my heart lies. And so this spring, I'm going to start a new project up here in Alexandria focused. Military Month of the Military Child is in April. And so we're going to start, this will be our first year doing a new project. So we'll be unveiling that this spring, but focused on military children and letting them know how much they are loved and how strong and full of grace they are. And
That's beautiful.
thank you.
Congratulations on 10 years of your project. Wow.
Thank you.
$100,000, Renee. Changed their lives. That's amazing. And I love that you focus on military families and you are one. And congratulations to your husband on his retirement. Dang, Renee, you have so many things going on. And you said a new studio too, right?
Yes, so many good things.
Wow. Alexandria is beautiful. I've been down there a little bit.
We love it.
You're so cool. So, where can our people find you on the internet so you can be friends?
Oh, yep. You can follow me on Instagram at Renee C. Gage Photo. And my website is reneecgage.com.
Ooh, yeah, follow Renee. She's fabulous. And
Thank you.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do for the ASP. And if any of our viewers would like to be on this interview program, send me a message. I will be doing these live in person at Imaging a little bit, so that'll be fun. It's like some
Nancy.
side by side snuggle and interview action. But thank you, Renee,
Thank you,
for
Marissa.
our
Thank
conversations and
you.
focus, and thank you to our ASP people. Talk to you.
Excited to meet all of our new members at Imaging. Thank
Yes.
you for watching.
Renee will post
Thank
her.
you, Marissa.
You're welcome. Yeah, I love it.